Good morning, it is Monday and today is a work day, obviously. This is the last work week before I go on my trip. So I gotta make it count, aka I have a bunch of big things that I can't talk about that I need to get out of the door. I'm a little bit concerned about how much I have to do this week and how little time I have before my trip. Because today somehow I need to, number one, go out and do my laundry, number two, not allow any mice that might be in the hallway into my apartment. If you missed that vlog, I found that a neighbor in the same hall as me has a mouse infestation, aka when they open their door, which was perfect timing, actually, literally not sarcasm. I was coming up the stairs and as soon as they opened the door, I saw 4 mice jump and run out of their room, and at that moment I was like, yo, you got mice. And he was like, I was like, what do you mean? They're literally a health hazard. So I did have to run literally to the discount store, buy up a bunch of mouse traps, because it was good timing because I now know that there's a problem and I can take the steps to protect my house while I am away, when I'm not in here for 2 weeks. Because imagine if I would have come back and not put up any traps, I would have potentially had a problem as well. Essentially, oh my god, I use the word essentially. I just keep my apartment relatively tidy. I have a lot of stuff, but it's not really cluttering and doesn't have a lot of places for vermin to burrow. My mail is coming today, but because of how much other stuff I have to do outside of my house later in the week, so my friend is coming and then we're gonna go to eat some dinner and maybe happy hour. I might need to cancel on happy hour because I did not get any packing or planning done this weekend, so I need to potentially do that. Oh, watch update. I did not set up the watch customization. It's so annoying that you literally have to customize everything. I get it, but as soon as I get it all set up, I'm gonna be like, this is the best investment. But getting it set up to the point, it's gonna take a while. So today my alarm didn't go off on my phone because it went off on my watch. But since I had turned off the sounds because I didn't want every ding to come through whenever I got a message, and I turned only the haptics on, it only vibrated on my wrist, but I kind of almost didn't notice it in my sleep. I think I have it set up now because I had to Google, how do you get your alarm to go through your phone if you have an Apple Watch and you're wearing it? And I think I have it set up now because when I had set a timer to test it out, it went through my phone and not my watch. As an update, 50% of the battery was left when I plugged it in, and I had it plugged in for about 20 minutes, and now it's up to 100%. I did just check. So far so good, no furry friends, so hopefully I took the necessary steps to prevent. I forgot about my baked goods, my bakery stuff. Okay, that was true excitement. So I'm gonna have one of the pastries that I bought myself as a treat yesterday from Taipan Bakery. So these are the addresses. I went to the one in Manhattan, so I went to the one in Chinatown, but there's also one in Flushing. I think I'm going to have the egg tart today, just because that was the one that wasn't in a plastic wrapper. There's some napkins. My egg tart that I'm going to have today. Then I have in here a sesame bun and a green onion scallion bun thing. Let's see what kind of fresh poop was laid over the weekend. Oh my gosh, it's still so dark. I got distracted by work, obviously, but not distracted, I was working my work. Got my egg tart and my cup of coffee. Perfect. It is so good. So it is very egg forward, obviously, because it's an egg tart. I got the Portuguese one. They also had the other style, which I think is more like Hong Kong style. Taipan Bakery is Cantonese style, I think. I just looked out the window and I think it's gonna storm today. So I think perhaps today is the laundry day, but then I'm also will the stuff dry in time? So I guess I might spring to use the dryer. So the dryer never fully dries everything, so it'll just jumpstart the process. What the heck is going on? Every day around this time, it must be dog walkers. Why are the dogs going absolutely berserk? I also just realized it's definitely time to take the air conditioner out of my window. I have the portable one in my office here, so I'm gonna take that out now before I forget, so I don't have the window kind of propped open when I'm gone. Somehow it's 11:30 and I'm not hungry for a snack, so maybe the solution is to eat a Portuguese egg tart every morning for breakfast. But yeah, what a day so far. Luckily, no furry friends. Still no furry friends. Every time I get up to get more water and go to the bathroom, I check. Is that crazy? Perhaps. But I want to know. Because if I do have a problem, I will be hiring my own exterminator and then going through my renter's insurance to try to figure out if I can get a reimbursement for it, because once a month is not enough here because people are crazy in my building. It is noon. You can't really see me very well. I'm going to do my laundry over at the lunch break, which is apparently I only got 30 minutes. I didn't know that. That was a major bummer. Made it all the way down there carrying all my laundry. I'm sweating now. And the machines were all taken by the same person because they're all ending in 30 minutes. But I also saw somebody who was going in, like out of the elevator. At the time I was going back in, I was like, there's no machines. Anyway, she was like, when are they ending? I said 30 minutes. She's like, I'll see you then. I said, unfortunately not me. Oh my God, that would have been bad. I forgot that I was using a different pan than usual. I usually use my Tefal, which has like a plastic handle. I was using my stainless steel one. I just grabbed the handle. Oh my God, that was so hot. Okay, what a day. I found green beans in the fridge, so I needed to eat those for sure. I'm also making some tea because I don't know. I started boiling water and I was like, actually tea would be okay because I forgot that I had found the green beans. So I'm not making instant noodles, but I'm gonna have this persimmon leaf tea. Just eating through things from my fridge and my freezer. So just got some BB-Go dumplings from Costco and some green beans, and this is lunch. I threw a little chili onion crunch on it because I was also finishing that off as well. That was a lot of green beans, but I'm still a little bit hungry, so I'm gonna have some of these chips. These expired, but they're the Turkish ones from my random grocery store. Again, I don't understand it, so if you have an in with the grocery industry, let me know. Because two of the stores that I go to in my neighborhood, they're not my favorite, but essentially, oh my God, I used the word essentially again. One of the grocery stores that I go to is my favorite, but the prices are not very good most of the time, but it was like clean and everything's great. But that's the one that has Turkish stuff at it. But the thing is like all of these are like mainstream chains of grocery stores. So how does each store have different stock? Because again, one of the other stores that I go to is not my favorite, but they have better sales, and like for prepackaged food it's fine, but I would never buy like produce or meats at that store. But that one is like really weird. Sometimes they have like grocery carts full of like Kirkland, like little 16.9 ounce bottles of water that obviously somebody bought in like the whatever 60 pack from Costco. I don't know, I don't buy water. But then they like take out each of the bottles and puts it in the cart and then sells it by the bottle, which is very strange to me. I also don't think you're supposed to do that because I think it's kind of low-key illegal, so that's why I'm not naming the grocery store brand. But that one is also a very, very mainstream grocery store, so I don't understand it. It's o'clock. Gonna finish off those chips from lunch because what a day it has been. It's already 4 o'clock and I've made major progress on one of the I can't talk about work. Why am I doing this again? Well, that's a bummer. I just looked down and I was like, oh, why is it flashing red? So I will need to change this filter out. Okay, so my hair. This Apple Watch is very naggy. It's like time to stand all the time. Like I understand it, I have a very sedentary job, but also exclamation marks are unnecessary. It is quitting time, so I am going to, why I kept snapping too? That's so stupid. I'm going to go do my laundry so I don't fall even more behind schedule. But I'm a little worried. I keep hearing the door open outside and I'm like, is there little furry creatures waiting to get in my house? I forgot my laundry card. Also, this is the most popular day, time, everything. All the machines are so full. Oh man, I'm out of breath. Maybe I'll sit down, see if I have any emails. I just saw I had an email. But if I was 1 minute later, I would have had 0 machines. I also just took out my trash. By that I mean my recycling, and it was busy too. Kind of concerned my alarm didn't go off, so I'm gonna go quickly so I don't get my stuff stolen because of being tardy to the party to get my stuff switched over to the dryer. Just kidding, all the dryers are taken, so guess I'm using my line dryer. I decided to wait it out because there's 10 minutes left on like 4 dryers right now. On second thought, I'm gonna go up, hang my stuff, figure out if I actually need to use the dryer, come back down with my wet stuff if I do. Okay, so I just put, oh my god, it's so humid in here. I have to turn on the aircon. Not the aircon. I unplugged the aircon, so gotta turn on the fan. But it's humid in here because of my laundry. But I did get a machine, so I had to pay so much money because I don't want to have to like redo it so many times. I have put my stuff in. I gotta go check it in an hour and 8 minutes to make sure, because if it's not dry yet, I'll just put on an extra 10 minutes for another 50 cents. And my laundry. May have been a dumb decision, but I'm doing a clay mask ahead of doing my folding my laundry, but figured I would kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because it'll probably take about 15-20 minutes to fold my laundry. But I just gotta be careful not to hit my face with any laundry, because I don't want clay mask on my clothes. My sheets are in the biggest ball, and they're like actually tied together. I don't know how the fitted sheet got tied with the non-fitted sheet, whatever, the top sheet. I don't know, but they're tied together and I can't get them untied. It's very frustrating. And on top of that, they also tied my bath towels on the inside. So either I throw away everything and have to repurchase a set of sheets and 3 bath towels, or I have to sit here for a long time. I finished my laundry and stuff. I'm gonna have some of my very expensive runs. Okay, good morning. It's Tuesday. I'm using a new mascara today. I'm going to use this Perfect Strokes Universal Volumizing Mascara from Rare Beauty. This one's from the Allure Beauty box, but I have a second one, as you probably saw maybe last week. I got one from an event with Rare Beauty was there. Why can't I think of it? It was a Hulu event for the TV show. How to murder somebody, something like that. Anyway, yeah. No, How to Get Away with Murder. No, that's a different TV show. Murders in the Building? Anyway, whatever. It's the Hulu show with Selena Gomez on it. But I'm going to use this mascara. I'm getting ready, but it is a little bit of a struggle. I woke up naturally, so I don't know why it's going to be crazy. By the way, I really like this mascara. I've used it. I think I've had 2 of these actually in the past. But I really like what it does with my lashes. It doesn't flake, doesn't clump, and also doesn't smudge. So everything I'm looking for in a mascara. I forgot I had all my laundry in here. It's a little bit chaotic. So I'm gonna fold quickly before, hopefully it's dry. Okay, my jeans are dry. Jeans are usually the longest. Okay, so I promptly signed in and then took care of like 40 emails. So I didn't fold my laundry, but I need coffee, and I'm also going to have this sesame roll that I bought at the bakery. My friend and I are going to go to a food hall today after my meeting and work in the afternoon. And then I have a crazy, I had to tell you because it's like, I'm pretty sure it's a restructuring call. Pretty sure I can't go into details. Anyway, there's a crazy work call that I'm going to have to take while I'm there probably. The thing is, I hope my other friend who was like, how are you liking the Apple Watch? Because I was like saying that I need some help customizing it because it's like so many customizations, and she was like, oh, I just use it essentially as a watch. So there's that dang word again. I was like, yeah, I kind of just want it to be a watch. I can't figure out how to get it so that the alarm will alarm on my phone and make the sound. I barely registered that it was vibrating on my wrist today, and I was awake for the alarm to go off. So if I was asleep, I don't know if it would have awoken me, whatever. I'm tired. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I love sesame rolls because they're usually super chewy because I think they use like rice flour. Let's go check to see if the furry things, no, got no signs. Okay, so that's good. But the person I was talking to in the laundry the other day said that they've had tons of them. They're like, well, it's just an old building. I said, no, don't make excuses. I said, like, I think that one of our neighbors is breeding them, because I was like, I've lived here for so long and I've literally never seen, I had like 1 problem with roaches last year, but ever since then I have not had any. But this smells so nice. I also did just have an internalized panic about my trip. I was like, I haven't even thought about packing yet. And one of my friends that I'm meeting up with is like leaving imminently, and they haven't packed yet either. I don't know how. I would be so stressed out. I haven't been able to plan, and I'm actually feeling kind of stressed about having no plan, especially in Japan. Because I think, again, the problem for me with Japan is like, since I don't speak any of the language except for like thank you and good morning, it's like I literally am so worried that I'm gonna get lost, or like, essentially, oh my god, that word again. I'm really worried that I'm going to just basically get stuck just shopping because I don't know anything about anything. Because again, I've never really like idolized going to Tokyo, and I went for a couple days a decade ago. It was a decade ago to go to, just because I was living in Kobe, and I was like, well, I may as well go to Tokyo. I haven't been to Tokyo because like I went to Kyoto like every weekend, because from Kobe to Kyoto, it was like only like an hour and a half maybe. And that's because I didn't want to pay for an expensive train. So I went Kobe to Osaka, Osaka to Kyoto, and it was pretty fast. I also went to like Nara and stuff. So anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, so I don't even know what's good in Tokyo. And most of the stuff I see, I'm like, oh, that looks like tourist trap stuff. And also things for like people who really love anime. And I don't know anything about anime because I don't really watch TV in general. And if I was watching TV, it wouldn't be cartoons. I cut into this, so I figured I would come in here to show you because it's like actually a filled pastry. It's a good thing I warmed it up, otherwise that would have been so cold. I thought it was just like a black sesame puff because the sign just said black sesame or sesame roll or something, but it does have like black sesame paste in it, which is my favorite sesame flavor, but still. Well, I mean, I like sesame oil too. Toasted sesame oil is pretty good. It's really good. It's a little bit too sweet for me though. And for $2.25 in the city, that's like a full meal. Anyway, I need to drink water because it's really sugary and kind of thick. So anyway, talking in a bit. I came on here to talk about 23andMe. So 23andMe, I think, is like failing right now. It's like in the news. I just read a thought piece in Atlantic. I read like part of it, but then I was like, gotta get up, gotta go to work. But I remember this conversation because I hate it when people call me an idiot because I know that I know what I know. And what I know is I read the terms and conditions. So this was maybe a decade ago. I want to say like 2014, 2015. But this person was like telling me that I'm an idiot for not wanting my DNA. And it's because I'm in like this particular population as part of my identity that I don't want to share right now. But they were like, no, they're trying to help us. And I was like, I don't think so. I was like, they're a business. And I said, also in the terms and conditions, they say that once you give them your DNA, they own your DNA. They were like, yeah, they had to just put that in the contract. You're just being stubborn and dumb. Like, you just don't understand how anything works. And I said, it's a business. They own your DNA. Anyway, fast forward maybe about 5-6 years. And I'm pretty sure 23andMe sold a bunch of people's DNA to Big Pharma for cancer drugs. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% certain, so definitely fact check me about that. When that came out too, I was like, good thing I didn't share my DNA with them because, again, this is what I said. I didn't want my DNA in the database because it's not like I'm a criminal. Because, again, if I was a criminal and they take my DNA, I deserve having my DNA taken. But I didn't willingly give it to a company that's going to profit off of it. So then that happened. And then now we're like 2024 and pretty sure they're like going out of business, and I'm pretty sure they're like auctioning off all of their data, including the DNA, I'm pretty sure, to the highest bidder who's gonna buy. The business model just doesn't make sense to me either. That was the other thing. Back in like 2013, 14, 15, whenever it was, I was like, that's like a kind of smart, fast in, fast out sort of business plan because you only need this service one time in your entire life. And then after that, and like there's no add-on services from my understanding. Again, I've never done it because I want my DNA to be my DNA. And then on top of that, there's also kind of a finite number of people who would be willing to give their DNA to a private company, also be able to afford that service. Because again, it's kind of like a, I don't want to say a luxury, but it's like kind of a service that's not necessary. So there's kind of like a finite market for it as well. And the replenishing of that market is kind of slow because you have to wait until like, I don't think kids can do it. Because I also feel like if a parent did that, I feel like there's ethical considerations for it. If they're like, yeah, little Tommy's 2 and I want to know if they're gonna like have cancer when they're like 80 or something, or have a higher chance or whatever. I'm sure the parents would be like, they're gonna get cancer. But so I feel like ethically you can't test kids. And I'm gonna Google that. I'm curious. Oh, it is sketchy. So to have an account, you have to be 18 or older, which would make sense because, again, you're an adult and you can make the decision for yourself. A parent or a legal guardian can purchase a test and create an account for a child under 18. My other question is, are they like ID checking to make sure that these are actually truly the parents and the legal guardians of these minors? And then it's also saying that you can also sign them up for research studies. I don't know, man. I don't feel good about this because then it's also like the kid, number one, can't consent to having their DNA in the database and now owned by 23andMe. This is a whole ethical dilemma. I just Googled it. They fell from a $6 billion market valuation to 0 There are entire articles devoted to how to delete your data off of 23andMe, and these came out within the past week. So I'm curious to know, by the time you see this, if anyone has bought it. Healthcare or pharmaceutical company or biotech company, that would be so smart to just buy this, because it's also probably going to go for pennies on the dollar, because again, the stock is like less than $1 right now, and they're like threatening to delist it from the stock exchange. I don't know how any of that stuff works, but in terms of like smart business move, buying all of this data, so smart. And I bet you also the people who are not going to take their stuff off of the database would also be people who be like, oh, it's China owns us all now, and they're gonna be so mad. But it's like, yeah, you signed it over when you spit in the tube and signed away all of your rights to your data. That's what happens. That's why you read all the terms and conditions, even for software updates on your iPhone, and especially your Android, because I also feel like those people are Android people. Oh, the Atlantic is the one that was writing things, and then that's why I started even thinking about this, is because Atlantic and other outlets said that by the way, I'm reading Business Insider articles, so it's not exactly like the highest of brow. But the director of cybersecurity at Electronic Frontier Foundation urged their X followers, they're using X, to delete their data. So then the data that 23andMe has is the registration information, so it's all like the personal stuff, like your birth date, and then also your genetic information, like the genotype, sample information from your saliva, and self-reported information. That's so much data. Again, this would be the best buy. What an ethical conundrum. Again, and I wouldn't think, because I also think sometimes consumers are like, well, 23andMe is out, but let's go to another competitor. Like, the competitor is also going to have similar issues, in my opinion. I haven't read their T's and C's because they weren't as mainstream, but yeah, I would say still do your full research before you give away something, especially because DNA is like one of the only things that you kind of have that is your own. Okay, let's just say, again, I'm like on this now because I'm very fascinated, and my workday hasn't started yet, but in terms of this, let's say a Chinese company owns it. Like, they buy 23andMe, all the associated data. Just using that as an example because I think people get the most enraged about this. But let's say that they buy 23andMe, all the data, but on top of that, from my understanding, when you buy and take over a company, you kind of buy all of the data and the information associated with that company. So, like, this is where I don't know. Wouldn't the company that buys it also have access to all of the partnership information, cancel all of those relationships, while also having some access to like some of the information? I assume that 23andMe takes some proposals and things if companies want to work with them in terms of what the plans were for the information. Whoever buys this, wouldn't they have a little bit of an insight into like where the other companies in their market are potentially looking at expanding and like what they're looking at doing? Anyway, this is a Meredith conspiracy. It may never make it to the internet. I had to, number one, I changed shirts. And yes, I did fix the armpit hole, but there is still evidence that there was an armpit hole. But my background on my Teams or whatever wasn't able to catch up. I do still have sheets over there, but sometimes I was like, oh my god, my laundry's in the background. So I needed to take that down, so I just like threw them on my bed. I haven't folded anything, but I think somebody had in like their laundry a cardboard box of some kind, because I had to also vacuum because there was like little shreds of cardboard underneath my drying racks, because as everything dried, the cardboard dried and fell off on my clothes. Thankful that that happened, but so annoying. I kind of do want to like find a place that has a washer dryer in unit, so I know that the cardboard in there is like only mine. And again, I know it's not mine because number one, I don't leave my house, and even if I do, I have a purse or a tote bag. I'm so late to meet my friend, but I am heading out. That was a chaotic meeting, and not in a dramatic way in terms of me being like, that was chaos. Sometimes I am being a little bit dramatic, but that was like absolute chaos. Also, my friend has like 6 pounds of beauty products that I'm giving her, so hopefully she has a backpack. I do have a tote bag, by the way, for her, but it's a little unwieldy. Okay, so I wanted chips and salsa, but it was like oddly expensive, so it was like $13 for chips and salsa. For an extra $1, I got entire nachos. I am obviously back home. It was kind of a chaotic day, not going to lie, but I did not get laid off today. I don't know if that would have been better or worse. Like 6 o'clock. I need to start packing because tomorrow I'm meeting my friend from Atlanta, and I kind of have tentative plans with my friend from Atlanta on Thursday, but I might need to cancel because I'm feeling a little bit scattered right now for my trip, and also work is just cuckoo bananas. So I will probably need to start packing today. Again, it's like kind of late. It's like 6 o'clock already. I ended up working late, and I worked early this morning too. I'm going to start kind of packing in here with my staging area. This trip is going to be actually kind of hard to pack for. I was saying that it was going to be easier, but I don't think it is. So I only really need like 5 days of clothes because of like when I'm in Japan, I'm going to be in Japan for 1 full day and 2 half days at the beginning, and then I'm going to be in Korea for like 9 or 10 days, and then I'm going to be in Japan 2 full days at the end, and then also like 2 half days. So when I'm in Korea, I have washer and dryer, but no dryer whatsoever. Korea doesn't have dryers. So I only really need 5 days worth of clothing. Sorry, I realized that perhaps that fan was very loud. So I only need 5 days worth of clothing-ish, but the struggle here is, number one, I'm a chronic overpacker, but also number two, the weather is so variable. So Tokyo is going to be kind of hot, actually. The weather is just very unpredictable, and I think there's a typhoon. And then Korea is going to be kind of warm for the first couple of days that I'm in Seoul, and then rainy as well. And then after that, it'll kind of go into my perfect temperature. I just need to figure out how to pack, and obviously the name of the game here is layers. Also, I'm going to probably be shopping anyway, so do I really need to pack that much? Probably not. The farthest I got along in this packing process, thinking through it, is that I'm going to have 2 suitcases, one big one and one carry-on, the one that I just bought, and then I'm going to bring a backpack for like my electronics. But what I'm considering doing is checking both of the luggages when I'm going from the US to Asia, because you get 2 checked luggages. I don't know why. It's only for the Americas. So if I was flying from Canada too, I would get 2 checked luggages. But between Japan and Korea, I only get 1 checked luggage. But what I'm thinking of doing is in the big suitcase, I'm going to put all my gifts for my friends that I'm meeting up with in Korea, and also my friend that I'm meeting up with when I go back to Japan at the end, so that I don't have to carry it. But then also it's going to be easier because what I'm planning on doing is leaving my big suitcase at Haneda Airport and hopefully being able to finagle away from moving the suitcase from Haneda to Narita through a service and then having the storage paid for. So then that's my plan of the big suitcase. The little suitcase, I'm planning on putting like the things that I need when I'm in Japan. So the gifts that I'm bringing for my friend that I'm meeting right away, and then also the things that I'm going to need to wear. So that's as far as I've gotten on that. But then part of me is also like, well, what happens if they lose both of your suitcases? In which case, then the rational part of my brain goes, well, you're gonna be stressed out anyway, but you have travel insurance and you know how their claims process works, so you'll be able to do the claims through that and then go buy a wardrobe at Uniqlo that you were planning on doing anyway. So I think that might be what I'm going to do. In terms of where I'm going to put my AirTag, I only have 1 AirTag because, again, I'm a cheapskate. I won that AirTag. I did not buy that AirTag. I won it on an Instagram contest from Asiana Airlines. Thank you, Asiana Airlines, for choosing me. That was all by chance. And I think I'm going to put that in the big suitcase because, again, if I'm moving it from Haneda to Narita, I would rather know where it is. Thought through the backpack. I think for the backpack, I am considering just bringing my moleskin backpack. I wish I had one that was like in between the big one that I have from my friend. I remember when I moved to Korea, I met my friend in like this living arrangement, and that friend was going to go, this is the friend I'm meeting up with, by the way, and she knows this story, but we went to Express Bus Terminal because she was going on a trip and she needed like an overnight bag, and I was like, Express Bus Terminal is where you're gonna find it. And then she found one, and she didn't need it, and then she was gonna throw it away, and I took it, and I'm still using it more than 10 years later, or about 10 years later. So it's been a very good investment for her. It's a great investment for me because it was free, but it's starting to fall apart. But it's also kind of too big. But I'm also like, well, I could put like my clothes that I need for 2 days in that backpack. So if my actual luggage gets lost, then at least I'll have clean underwear and like some clean shirts and a clean pair of pants. I don't know. I'm trying to think through it because I'm only bringing one laptop because I don't have a work visa in Korea and Japan, so obviously there's no work can be undone, so I'm not bringing my work laptop. So it's just my MacBook that I need to take with me just because I need a little bit of internet access. I think I'm going to bring both of my cameras, the DJI, that's hard to say, DJI, and that one's like the little stick one, but I have the original version, it's actually the second one, not the one that everybody has for TikTok that has the screen that flips. Mine is like the original one that was kind of popular maybe 5 years ago. I have that one, and then I also have my Sony. My Sony I want because it takes really good still photos as well, and I think for Japan I want to take some still photos because I kind of like, I have some photos here. I can't show you because there's some personal stuff on it, but on my bulletin boards, I don't like putting stuff on my walls, but I have stuff on my bulletin boards, and I kind of want to swap out some of the photos. So the one I have now is from Jeju Island, and I took it with my phone, and like honestly the quality is pretty good for a phone photo, but I'm wondering if I can take some nice ones, especially if the scenery is good. So I'm planning on taking that camera. I don't know, I'm just really waxing poetic right now. And then I need to take my chargers and stuff, so just regular schmegular stuff. Anyway, I'm just kind of putting off actually doing the work, if you haven't noticed, because I've just been sitting here talking about packing. Better for it to get done and for me to figure out that, oh shoot, I need to go buy X, Y, or Z. But as you know, I have plenty of skincare and hair care. Actually, you don't know about the hair care. I have a lot of hair care, so I don't actually need to buy anything for that sort of stuff. Maybe there's something else that I'm missing and forgetting about fully. That's my other problem with packing. The reason why I overpack is, I was telling one of my friends this, and she's like, this is so relatable because that's what I do too, where I have it packed, and I can do like an entire week in a carry-on. But the problem I have is that I'm like, oh, there's space left. I may as well put this in here too. I may as well put that in there because I might actually need that. And then I don't have to buy it. One thing I might need to buy is actually contact solution, but I think I bought some when I was at home. So anyway, let me do that. Actually, no, I'm going to start by writing down some stuff on this paper list. I did try to do the whole like 2024, we're going to do everything on Notion, write a plan, but it just didn't happen. I'm a paper gal. I actually kind of like this outfit too, so I'm kind of like, do I pack this one? Because it's so like basic, but it's like very easy to put together. Oh my god, my freaking laundry. I forgot I had pulled all of this off of the laundry rack and just threw it on my bag. Okay, so I'm going to fold because a lot of the stuff actually are things that I obviously wear a lot, so I want to take them with me, so I need to fold. But actually, first off, I'm going to change into comfy clothes. Not that this isn't comfy, but I mean comfier clothes. Okay, so update, I think I've made good progress. I think I have everything I need clothing-wise. Basically just the clothes that I wear every day. Some of them, it's definitely outfit repeating, like literally for the past 8 years, but also at the same time, I know that I'm comfortable wearing them. The one problem though is, I've been wearing a lot of soft pants. By that I mean, I love Eileen Fisher trousers. They're just so comfy-wumpy, but I'm not wearing those in Korea. I think I told you, because I wear them around the house because even if I like have to answer the door or something, they still look presentable. But also at the same time, because of my body shape being so flat, when I put my phone in my pocket, they fall down. And I have extra smalls. It's not like I'm buying like too big of pants or something. It's just I just don't have any hips. So I think I got this. So what I think I'm actually going to do is I'm going to plan out the outfits in Japan. Korea is the one that's with the crazy weather. So when I arrive in Seoul, it's going to be 80 degrees almost. So that's going to be hard. But in Japan, it's going to be 74, 75. Sorry, I'm switching between centigrade and Fahrenheit because sometimes my brain only works in one way. So 77, 80 is a little bit hot, and especially because I don't know what the humidity is going to be like. So that day might be a little bit rough. I have my plain outfit already planned because I'm going to just wear soft pants. I'm going to wear my Baba tone pants. I don't even know how to pronounce that, from Aritzia, but I bought them at what's it called, Goodwill, for like $5. So I have those. So those will be like classic ones that I can wear just like in general because they're very comfy-wumpy. Why am I keep saying comfy-wumpy? That's stupid. But I have those, and then I have a couple of pairs of hard pants, a pair of jeans, and then one more pair of trousers, I think. Ankle length trousers, because again, if it's hot, I don't want to wear full-on trousers, but the ankle length trousers are a little bit thick, but they look okay and they're like relatively basic. So I do think I'm gonna bring quite a few of these overshirts just because I think that that's going to be perfect for the type of weather we have forecasted. And then I have 2 cardigans. I'm gonna wear a cardigan on the plane as well. And then I have like, what I usually forget is stuff to wear at night, like when I'm just lounging but before I want to put pajamas on. So I have those packed as well, because again, if everything gets lost, everything gets lost, so it's not really gonna matter. I just need to make sure that within my backpack, oh, that was the other thing. So I am transferring in Dulles in DC on the way there, just because it was the cheapest ticket I've ever seen in my life to go to Japan. I'm going to be transferring, but to get to Dulles, it's like a very teeny tiny plane, so I'm assuming they're going to need to gate check my suitcase as well. So within my backpack, I just made the decision, I guess. I'm going to use that express bus terminal backpack and put my couple pairs of clothes and stuff in that backpack, just so I'll for sure have it in case something happens in my transfer. I do have quite a bit of time in between my Dulles flight landing and then my flight to Haneda taking off, so I don't think it's gonna get shuffled and lost, but you never know. Crazier things have happened. I have my packing cubes here, so I'm gonna pack them and get them ready. But I'm in a good place. I don't feel quite as stressed anymore. Okie dokie, so these are the clothes that are going in my carry-on suitcase, and then I have like 2 days of clothes in my backpack, so that is good to go. And there's plenty of room in here for my electronics and that. And then I'm done. I forgot to pack this sweater, but I'm feeling in a better place right now. I was kind of stressed, not gonna lie. I don't know if it was very apparent, but I was like, oh my god, I have like only a couple days left before I leave, and I literally, this is not me. I was talking to my friend today because she and I are kind of similar. We met in grad school, so like we're quite similar, but we both are like not go with the flow people, and her partner is very go with the flow, and she's like, I need to keep him on track. And I'm like, yeah. And then like the friend I'm meeting up with is also kind of a go with the flow person, so I've made all of the reservations. So my friend had like requested that we go to like the alcohol tasting that we did last year for free, and there was 2 tickets left on one day. Only one day had 2 tickets left, and I was able to get it. Number one, Naver is like Korean Google, I guess, or like, anyway, you create a Naver account, essentially like having a Gmail. So the problem is I don't have one. I used to have a Naver, actually. I also used to have a Daum and a Nate, but I don't know the passwords or anything like that. So since I no longer live in Korea, I don't have a residence ID. And in order to create a foreigner account without a residence ID, you have to send them, the company, your passport. And I am not sending a private company my passport. It's somewhat similar to the 23andMe question earlier. I don't know what they're going to do with that passport. And my passport has so much information in it. And like, why does the company need that to give me an account? Like, they say it's for like identity verification, but like, why? Oh, that reminds me. I just saw the hats back there. Let me pack a hat. This is how I get to be overpacking, because I'm like, oh, I'm going to need a hat. I'm going to need this, and that. Okay, but now I have a hat. I was, however, realistic with myself. I did not pack exercise clothes because I'm not going to exercise. Okay, so it's also after 7. I'm actually still not hungry because of those nachos, but I'm going to have like a small, trying to think if I ate enough today, because maybe I'll make part of this pumpkin ravioli because I think it'll go bad probably while I'm gone. But, I'm eating out. Oh yeah, I need to eat this. I don't have that many meals here because I'm eating with my friend tomorrow dinner. I have lunch in there from, I made extras yesterday. Could have probably made that, but I was in a crazy meeting before I left to meet my friend, so I couldn't eat it for lunch, but I had it available. That also reminds me, I was gonna look to see if they've updated the shipping things to now allow surface mail. I think that's what it's called, not by boat. Shipping by boat. Oh, they have updated it. They crossed out the thing. I'll show you. I don't know if this can be helpful. It's all in Korean. But see, they have updated it, so they crossed out the October 2nd. So that's when the ports closed, but then they opened again. So they're accepting packages now for surface mail. And my friend was right, because I was like, I don't know how to say this in Korean. So I always get around things I never learned during formal classes, because I didn't really take formal classes. I skipped around a lot. So I was always trying to say, I'll go the slowest, cheapest way. Maybe it's by boat. She was right though. Sunpyeon. You can't see me, but it's already 8:30. I haven't even done anything. I just finished eating. I also think I'm potentially going to do my skincare packing. Okay, I had every intention of trying to edit a video today, but it's just not happening today because of my computer being a little bit on the outs. I am backing up a bunch of files, and it says it's going to take 2 hours, but it's not that many files. So I'm going to just be patient and not kind of tinker with it too much. So in the meantime, I'm going to kind of start going through. I'm going to pack for skincare. I think I'm going to try to keep it kind of simple this trip, just because I'm going to the land of skincare, and I will be going to a skincare expo. So if I find anything that's like super, I want to use it, I'm going to use it right away. But I think I told you this. I'm going to take this U Beauty resurfacing compound. I will link you if you want to see reviews and more about this product, but this is actually really good for me. And oh, sorry, turned off my light. I don't know if that's better or worse without the light on. What I like about this is I don't have to carry around too many different serums and things. And also I went to a webinar hosted by Allure Beauty Box. That's how I got this, by the way. And oh, I forgot to say, this is very expensive. It's like $150. So I would not pay $150, even though it works really well for me. I personally just don't have $150 to pay for a bottle. But yeah, I really like this product because when I went to the webinar, the CEO or like the founder said that she had done a lot of research and formulated it so that you kind of only need this one product, and it kind of replaces like almost your entire routine, if not your entire routine. I still put moisturizer on, but I do like this product. And I also put eye cream. So I've already decided I'm going to take this Amore Pacific Time Response Eye Reserve Creme, and that's just because this is my favorite, and I know that it works well for me and may as well use it because it's very expensive as well. So I'm just gonna have luxury stuff. Just kidding, they're not luxury, they're not like $3,000, but they are, for me, pretty good products. And again, I'm gonna use those on my trip. I think I'm also going to pack this lightning wand just because it's small, but it's going to help me with some of my discoloration. This is also from Allure Beauty Box. All three of these are from Allure Beauty Box. And then I think I'm going to have to go into my reserves to find some of the other products because, for example, I need a toner, and this is unfortunately not enough toner. And I probably, if I wouldn't have been using it for the past couple of days, I probably could have taken it because it was enough product in that sample for more than a month worth of use, because a little bit goes a long way for this Biro. Ow, I hit my arm. This is the Bitter Green Essence Toner, so a little bit does go a long way, but unfortunately it has been going a long way for a while. I'm going to refill this as well. This is well, I mean, it's labeled as something else, but COSRX AHA spray thingy. I don't think I like that container. So it's like in a spray bottle, like a mist, but I don't think that it works very well when I spray it. And I don't really understand why it's in a spray bottle when you have to like put it on a cotton pad, because then it just like sprays everywhere. Whereas I think like a lid with like a little stopper hole thingy would work so much better than a spray, but that's just my opinion. So I have started just pouring it out onto my cotton rounds. So I got this, so I need to fill that up, and then I think I need to find a moisturizer and a face wash. This is what I already started packing in terms of little tiny samples when I was doing my decluttering earlier. So I have a body lotion, so I don't need that. And I have another body lotion from Fenty. I think I might take this with me. I'm trying to figure out how to do this the best way, because I think I'm going to pack some and then I'm going to take some in my backpack. Exfoliating cleanser. This one will go in my backpack because I'll have it for sure. Actually, no, this will go in my backpack so that I'll have it for sure. This is the Olay, and then I don't have to worry about having too many liquids. And then this will go in my suitcase. And then I have some samples of the Inflammaging, so that'll be night product from Dr. Zenobia. A couple of these, I just have this. This was from Allure Beauty Box, and they said you can use it on your face, but I think I'm gonna just keep it as first aid ointment just in case I need it. And then because otherwise you have to go to like the pharmacy. You can't just buy it at Olive Young or something. I'm gonna also do Fenty Skin as a sample, but this is the body butter. So in my backpack, I'm gonna have this U Beauty. I'm gonna have the Olay. No, actually, I'll take this small Biro product as one of my products. This will be in my backpack. And then, let's see. In my suitcase, I'm gonna put the Amore Pacific. Okay, I need to find a couple moisturizers. Let's just go through the drawers. So I have a face wash already, so I don't need that. And then I think my Allure Beauty Box is at the post office, so I'll go get that before I go grab dinner with my friend tomorrow. So this is toners. So let's see what I got for toners. Haru Haru Wonder. This one looks like a pretty good option. Ulta MD. I'm gonna do the Haru Haru because I know that this one works well. At least for my skin, it works well. Actually, now I'm thinking about it out loud. I think I'm gonna put this in my backpack. It does take up a lot of space for so little product, but I do like it. And I think it might be nice to have on the plane. I don't know if I told you. So I'm flying from here, New York to, I'm actually flying from Newark, so that kind of sucks. But I'm flying from Newark to DC and then DC to Haneda, and that's kind of a long flight. It will be nice to have a little bit of an essence or something just because the air is so dry. I will be masking up, so I don't think I'm going to be wearing makeup. Also, my skin is looking so much better. I know I have like a pimple right there, but my skin is looking so much better after stopping using that Kylie Cosmetics foundation. So I really think it was that, because as soon as I stopped, and it's been like 4 days, my skin is so much better now. Anyway, so I got these two products. I do need to fill this in. Okay, so I found my toner, and then this is going to be eye cream and masks, right? Yeah, this is a mask. I don't think I need to bring a mask. And if I was going to bring a mask, I was going to bring the Glam Glow one because I've been loving that. Okay, moisturizers. Moisturizers. Going to use, let's see, which one do I want to take with me? Aqua Bomb. I'll find like an old product and I'll show you. For my moisturizers for this trip, I'm going to take this Tula because this is from an Ulta birthday deal from 2022, so it's kind of old. And then I'm also going to take this Tatcha, and this is from Sephora for a birthday deal, also kind of old. So I got those two moisturizers. And then I think I already said I'm bringing that one serum, the U Beauty one. So the real question is, do I want to bring a face oil? I don't think so. I think I'm pretty good to go with just that U Beauty. By the way, I do have two here, and then I'm also giving my friend one once I get back, because I'm going to buy her and her kids some treats. Okay, makeup. I think I'm pretty set on makeup. The only thing I might need from these other drawers are hand cream. So I'll bring, which hand cream do I want? I actually think I prefer the, what is the brand? Crabtree and Evelyn, but I think I might have used up almost all of them. Yeah, I think I used them all up somehow. So maybe I'll bring this small Rituals because it's pretty small. And then I think I need a sunscreen, but I think I have an idea about what I'm bringing because I have like the little stick. And then in here, that's all extra. I think I'm doing pretty darn good. That feels so much cleaner. I'm like so much less stressed. And my friend was talking about how she was decluttering, and I was like, yeah, me too. She's like, well, I mean, except for this. I did forget to show you everything that I was giving to her, but it was just a lot. It was chaotic. Anyway, I'm gonna go fill this before I forget, and then I'll come back. So this is what I mean. This is the COSRX AHA BHA Clarifying Treatment Toner, but it comes in like a spray bottle. But then when you read the instructions, you're supposed to put it on a cotton pad. So I'm like, why don't you just make it into like a shaker or something? So I have to like just unscrew the top and just pour a little bit out, because when you spray it, it just goes everywhere because it's a mister. So I'm packing this toner And I think I'm gonna pack this Ava NYC, Ava NYC. I would say Ava, but I don't know if that's right or not. Unless there's this one, which is smaller. Oh, this is actually Christoph Robin's. So since my Airbnb has a hairdryer as an option or an amenity, I'm going to use a hairdryer because I do think that'll help my hair, because right now it's just kind of not great. Okay, so I'm gonna pack this one. I'm gonna pack this one. Oh, I also need to pack some pimple stickers. So I had these ones sitting out because I was going to use them next. This is from Real Beauty, and this is from Allure Beauty Box. So again, I'm going to the land of pimple stickers, but just in case I need it, I have this ready to go. I think I'm going to also pack this. It's pretty used. Like that, I mean, I've used it before on a trip. I was gonna pack Benedict anti-itch cream because last time, as you know, I got eaten alive by mosquitoes, even though I was in Gangnam, like literally the most Gangnam of Gangnam. So I got those two packed so I don't end up having to buy tiger balm. Essentially, it really is essentially that time, because we went in there and I was like, oh well, I don't want the cooling stick, because in Korea when you go and you tell the pharmacy that you have a mosquito bite, they usually give you like this roller ball thing that's like just cooling. It doesn't actually have anything in it that'll help other than it cools the fact that you're inflamed. So I was like, oh, I don't want that. So then they gave me something else, and instead of it being a roller ball, it was just an ointment, but it was just a cooling ointment. It wasn't like hydrocortisone. So I need my actual medicine. Also, so I'm not miserable, I'm going to pack my open bottle of aloe just so that I have it for sure, for sure. I don't think they sell that, and then I'm going to open a new bottle. Because again, my eyes are super duper sensitive, so I don't want to be without. And as you might know, I usually keep like NyQuil and things in my suitcase, but it's actually against customs. According to the Japanese government's customs website, to bring NyQuil in. So I have removed that fully from my suitcase so I don't get dinged, because I am not breaking any laws. So I'm going to do this, open this one. But this is my favorite eye drop, in case you need an eye drop recommendation. Pataday is fine, but aloe is my favorite. I did remember that I did want to pack this. I know, now I'm getting like crazy adding too much stuff, but I also forgot that I need an oil-based cleanser, so let me find a cleansing balm. I remembered that as I was using my water pick, because I was like, can I pack my water pick? Okay, so this one's brand new. I think this is older. $2.24. And then this one is $11.23. Okay, gonna take this Clean It Zero, and this is from Benila Co. Gonna pack this caviar. Oh my gosh, that's so dirty. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit less stressed out now. But I'm also like, am I forgetting major things? Okay, I'm gonna put this sunscreen in here too. By the way, this is a Korean brand. I think I got it. I either won a contest or it was PR. I can't remember if the Isntree was from a contest or if Isntree was PR, because I also got a Haru Haru Wonder, which I think was the PR. So I think this was a contest. On Instagram, I won. I don't know how I won it, because everybody and their mother enters contests. Okay, I'm feeling better. I'm gonna rest and go to bed, and I'll talk to you in the morning. I think it'll be Wednesday? Yeah, it'll be Wednesday. This week though, oh my gosh. I just tried putting this case that I bought on Amazon on my camera, and this one was specifically marketed as being able to fit my camera. I even took off the little windshield. I have like this wind protector thing for the mic, and I took that off. I took the strap off, and it still like was way too snug, where I was like kind of worried about how snug it was. So I'm going to be returning this guy to Amazon, which kind of stinks. So I'm going to still be using I have like a makeshift pouch. I think it's the Dr. Zenovia pouch. Otherwise I have like a Claire's accessories sort of pouch, and it fits my camera, and then also the tripod. Everything I would need for that will fit in there. It just isn't padded. Okay, so I will be making that return tomorrow. So I have to pick up my mail tomorrow before I meet my friend. My friend doesn't get into LaGuardia until 5:45, I think she said. So by the time she gets into the city, it'll be like 6:30. So I'll have enough time after work to go do my pickup at the post office. I did make a Chelsea Market basket pickup. I bought a lot of stuff for her child, but I didn't buy so much for her. And she likes fancy snacks, so hopefully I'll be able to get something nice there, and then I'll also do my return at Amazon as well. I saw this reel where it's like, I think I'm a chill person until one thing goes wrong and then my entire life crumbles. That's how I feel. The past few weeks have been very like, I was going to be really chill and have like a really chill day, and then like one thing goes wrong, and then after one thing goes wrong, 80,000 things go wrong. So the things that you would think would be simple to like get done too also were not so simple, like picking up my Apple Watch, because Apple Watch should be really easy to use if you have all Apple products. It was not so easy. I came in here to get my night guard, so very exciting.